Do you want to know all about the cool neighborhoods in Tiburon and Belvedere? I have done 4 videos on the neighborhoods, and once you've seen them all, you're going to be an expert. Today, I'll cover the neighborhoods with big views in Tiburon. I'm Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor, and I've lived in Marin nearly 30 years and raised 3 children here. I love to help people just like you buy or sell Marin homes. And I offer a bunch of freebies to help you be in the know. Check out the freebies in the description below, or if you're watching this from a TV, just email me and ask for my freebies list.
Tiburon Crest is right up here on the street of Via Los Altos. It's very close to the freeway, but you have to go down this street and then up Tiburon Boulevard to get there. It'll take you a couple of minutes. Tiburon Crest is up the side of the hill, so it's not flat at all. The street is nice and wide, so it's easy to drive. Most of the homes have at least 2 stories, some more than that since they go down the hill. For Tiburon, these homes, many of them built in the 80s, are still relatively new because Tiburon has a lot of homes that were built around 1900. The views are outstanding up here and look back towards San Francisco. Size of the lots are a nice fraction of an acre and some larger than that. Most people have some drought-resistant yards going, so that looks pretty good. And there are some large hedges around here, adding a little privacy to the area. The area we are talking about here is Turtle Rock, which is just this street right here. The street of Turtle Rock is actually fairly flat, even though these houses are sitting on the side of a hill. The street is a nice, comfortably wide street to drive on. The houses are mainly more than 1 story, and the ones on the right side here are uphill, allowing them to have the view that the downhill ones on the left-hand side can easily see. And the view is of the bay, which you'll see in a minute. Houses are quite sizable here, and the lot sizes are quite sizable as well. A lot of the yards are drought resistant, which is great, and the homes are relatively new, being mostly around the late 80s and early 90s. And now I'll give you a few more seconds of viewing this beautiful neighborhood. Ta-da! The view, which looks a lot better in person. That just looks a lot closer in real life. As you can see with this house, there's still construction going on in this neighborhood, as there is in so many neighborhoods in Tiburon. The part we're talking about right now is GilMartin Drive, which is right here, kind of dead center in the middle of Tiburon. Closer view of GilMartin Drive that you turn into from Tiburon Boulevard. It goes up meandering around here all the way up here. You can also see there's a few offshoots, some other streets that I would also consider part of the GilMartin Drive area. The extraordinary thing about GilMartin Drive are the views that you can see from there. When you're coming up this way on GilMartin Drive, you are going to see predominantly the views of San Francisco and also the Golden Gate Bridge. But once you get over on this side, the view you're going to see is facing this way, which is still the bay and is still a beautiful view. And now I'm driving up GilMartin Drive. One thing about GilMartin, it's not really a neighborhood, but it is a newer area of Tiburon, meaning I think about the oldest house is somewhere around in the 1980s. That's a far cry from the ones in the early 1900s. For GilMartin Drive, I'm covering not only that street, but the few streets on the outsides of it that are connected to it. Most of the houses on this street are more than 1 story. It's a wide street, so it's easy to drive in and out of GilMartin Drive. A good chunk of GilMartin Drive is going up a hill. When you get to the very top, it's a little flatter up there, but there's still some homes that you drive down the peak on both sides of GilMartin Drive. Also very beautiful. Lot size really have a lot of variability up here. I'm sure you can see that a number of these with well over an acre lot. Lyford Drive is around in this area here that I'm showing with the blue marker, and we're going to go to the very top of the hill up here, which is where Sugarloaf is, and Place Milan. I'm going to turn on to Lyford Drive here. As you can see, it wraps up and around up this hill all the way to the top, where I'll take this little jaunt over here and get onto Sugarloaf. And this is all Sugarloaf, and this last little part is Place Milan. And then I'm going to retrack here. It is one way right up there on Sugarloaf, all the way back down. As you can see, there are some other side streets off here, as well as here are the hiking trails, very close. For water views, people would come off here and go to downtown Tiburon or go this direction. As the lagoon that you can see right here, you only have access to that if you have one of the houses that are on the lagoon. And you are going to see from this video that the most incredible thing about this street, this neighborhood, are the views that are up here. They're quite extraordinary. It's very high on the peaks of Tiburon. And I'm now turning off of Tiburon Boulevard and just quickly past the school down there, which was Reed Elementary School, K through 2nd grade, Distinguished California School. As you can see, I am really going fast. Okay, I'm not going fast. I just sped up the film, but I want to get all the way to the top here of Lyford Drive. It's actually quite steep in parts of this, and it's a fairly long drive. This is that little jaunt over that I was talking about. Now I'm going to take one of the little side roads, just a little bit. Not for long. There's a house there. Turn around, go back, and head up the rest of the way to Sugarloaf Drive. So nearly all the homes up here have extraordinary views. That's why people live this high on the mountain. Most of the homes do have more than one layer. As you can see, they're built into the side of the hill to make for better views throughout a home. This is a nice street to drive on. It's wide enough, no issues. And the one portion of Sugarloaf at top where it's a little narrower is actually a one-way. It's still sloping upwards here, but it's not nearly as steep as it was coming up to this point. As you can see, it's almost flat in here, and it does go down on the other side as soon as I start to turn on to Place Milan. As you can see through the trees there, these places have amazing views. Just getting little glimpses of the view that goes off to the view of Richardson Bridge. This is Place Milan. Goes down to Little Court, turn around, come back. Lot sizes here really vary. Sometimes the houses are really close together, and other times they're on a little bit bigger of a lot. Like most of Tiburon, the age of homes really varies here. There are relatively new homes up here, remodeled homes, not too many older ones that still need a remodel. We've got a lot of drought-resistant yards up here, so that's excellent. And again, there's a lot of privacy with tall hedges and fences and houses that go down the hill. And here is this amazing view. It actually looks more like this close. You know, when you use a camera, it makes it look like it's a lot further away. When you're standing up there, it looks about that close. It's an amazing view of downtown San Francisco. So the houses that I'm going to be showing here are right around in this area. Here's a closer look at Old Town Tiburon. These are the homes I'm going to be driving through. And this is downtown Tiburon. It is incredibly close, clearly within walking distance. This is Shoreline Park. It runs beside downtown Tiburon. On the right there is Belvedere Island, and on the left is Angel Island. And in that cloud bank back there is San Francisco. So this was not the best day to get a nice view of San Francisco, but predominantly you can see it. You can also see a tiny bit of the Golden Gate Bridge over there, also sitting in the fog bank. I am passing the Railroad Museum right now. We are on our way to the homes in Old Tiburon. We're going up Paradise Drive here, just past Caprice Restaurant. That is the Lyford Tower, which has quite a little history. and now I am in the neighborhood. First thing to note is you can tell this is a hilly neighborhood. That's why so many of the houses have a great view, because they can see over each other. This is not predominantly a single story neighborhood. There's plenty of homes that have 2 stories, and there are even 3-story homes. The streets are pretty comfortably double wide in most of the areas of Old Tiburon, but there are a few places here and there that you would have to slow down and take care with another car passing the other direction. Regarding the views, that is the big deal up here. There are loads of views up here, and they are extraordinary, of San Francisco, of the Golden Gate Bridge, of Belvedere Island, of Angel Island, and to the west, many people get a great view of Mount Tam as well. Sizes of lots up here vary from fairly tight to some full-on acreage. It's very private up here. This took a long time to get this footage that I'm showing you. There's all kinds of really high hedges and fences that prevent seeing the homes at all. Of course, you can see them in downtown Tiburon looking back at the hill, but from the streets, there's a lot of homes where you really can't see anything. Age of the homes also varies a great deal here. You can see that there are brand new homes. Again, as in other places in Tiburon, those were likely homes that were purchased, torn down, and then the new ones built. This is called Old Town Tiburon for a reason, and that is that the age of the neighborhood is actually in general quite old, except for the teardowns and the rebuilds, which there have been many of those. And as you have seen in this video, there's also a great deal of construction going on right now. And now I'll show you just a few more seconds of what it looks like to be up here in Old Tiburon.
If you'd like more information about living in Marin County or some information about buying or selling a home, check out the videos, which should be showing right now. And hey, please subscribe. It really helps motivate me to keep pumping out this content. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.